let the rambling begin.
Okay, so this is, I don't know what episode. Is this 7 now?
Maybe.
Okay, it's the newest episode.
Wait, which one was the secret episode? Was that 5?
Yeah, that was the so that was the secret episode.
So I guess that means we're on 7 ?
Yeah.
Exclamation point now. Of CaridaCast. Hi, yeah. I'm Colin Durborough, TK97670.
And I'm Mike Hinton, TK5351. And this is our summer, right after the Bash episode.
Yeah, the post-Bash episode.
Post-Bash episode. I don't know we'll figure out what number it is when we post it up, but it's probably
probably wrong.
Probably 7. Probably 7. All right. Is it August?
Today's the 1st of August.
1st of August, 2018. Yes. So we're like, I don't know, a couple months, less than a year away from Celebration.
Uh-huh.
Less than,
forward to that.
A little more than a year away from New Clone Wars.
Is that far away? I thought it was sooner than
fall of 2019, I believe.
Okay. That makes me sad. But also...
we have the new Resistance, which is supposed to look like Voltron.
I am excited for that. You can do a lot with that animation style.
So that's the things to come. Reminder: if you like this show, make sure you rate it on iTunes, SoundCloud, or wherever you hear it.
Google. Are we on Google?
We are on Google. So we're on all the platforms, plus some of the ones we don't even know, like Podbean and stuff like that.
Podbean.
I don't know. They pick up the feeds from all the other ones. So, before we talk about events and stuff like that, what was your reaction to the Clone Wars coming back?
Oh, I'm so excited. The Clone Wars is probably my favorite show, and I binge watch it all the time, over and over. I've seen the whole series probably, 7 or 8 times, and I never really felt like it was incomplete. I thought that the major chord at the end of the extended episodes on Netflix really kind of summed the whole series up well, but I'm excited to see them do more, and also, even more so, the fact that they're doing events and stories in the timeline closer to Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really cool.
Older, more experienced Anakin, and maybe... I wonder how we're going to see if they've evolved Obi-Wan anymore, because towards the end there with his him dealing with Mandalore and Darth Maul sort of ruining him, he was really kind of humanized for me. It didn't seem like the same old wise old Ben Kenobi that they had sort of had him be this whole time, but I wonder if he'll be back to the, not stoic, but like he's good at everything, and
right,
more heroic, less tragic,
right. I that's something. It is because he was always like the "I told you so" kind of person, and he seems to have taken a back seat. So, well, to me, that's also going to makes Revenge of the Sith better.
Yeah,
he's just getting over all of that tragedy of the war, and then bam, his best friend and former Padawan is what destroys everything. So that's one thing. And then Tyler at the Bash, Tyler Hart, was he our new Trooper of the Year?
He was the voted best new Trooper.
Best new Trooper. So the best new Trooper of the Year guy, Tyler, he was saying, and I didn't really think of it this way, he was listening to someone else and they were saying how it's more of this is like a gift to all the fans, which I'm happy to hear.
Seeing that.
I'm happy that he brought that up, because I wasn't really thinking about it that way, because I wasn't really, I watched the announcements and I watched some of the San Diego stuff, but I didn't really listen to many podcasts about it. And
which I think that's interesting. I think that's really nice of Disney, but at the same time, it actually kind of angers me a little bit, because then it makes me feel like, okay, now we owe them.
Yeah.
What is their what are they going for here? Are they trying to get something out of us? Are they trying to make up for The Last Jedi, according to some fans? Or
yeah, I take it as too. I'm thinking it might be more. Yeah, I love The Last Jedi too. All those other fans can.
Yeah, right.
Go watch Star Trek. I also wonder if it's thanking us and it's a nice gift, but it's also going to make us buy their service.
That's true, because it's coming out on the Resistance is coming out on their streaming service.
Right, but I think by that time, because they talked about 2019 is when they want to have that fully running. I think that's where you're gonna have to. If you want to see anything Disney, which is fine with me. I gotta, it's knowing Disney, it won't be a crazy price. It'll probably be like a Netflix or a Hulu price.
Probably like $9 a month sort of.
So
deal.
If I get 24-hour Star Wars. It's nice to own the DVDs, but there is something to be said with just sitting down, hitting a button.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I might have to get rid of Netflix then if
they're not going to tack it on to the end of the Clone Wars that is still on Netflix, even though it keeps threatening to get rid of it.
Well, I would imagine that they probably will get rid of it. They're going to have it on their own platform.
Yeah, you're probably right. Aw.
Well, because they did that with Rebels. Rebels, you can really only see the new ones on that app's already changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it used to be XD, now it's Disney something.
Oh, I didn't even realize that changed. The channel itself had changed.
Yeah, we just have an app and it changed, and so actually you can go look through your content a little different.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to go back to 501st and Garrison Creed. I'm looking forward to seeing all the clones come out of the
the woodwork, yeah.
Because, and I've said this on the show probably before, but there was many years I was the only TK because everyone was doing animated clones. And animated clone stuff it
looks so cool.
Yeah, and I'm a little thicker in the middle, so it doesn't fit me as well. But especially the real thin guys, they look just
pull
like
it off really well. Yeah.
So, and it's a good costume. I know Zoe for the longest time wanted an ARF trooper, which I'm glad she changed her mind because I wouldn't have wanted to paint that
the camo. Oh man, that would be a pain.
Yeah, I would have had to send it away, I think, for that. But the ARF trooper is that's another good one. I like the evolution of the helmets and stuff like that.
I'm excited to see them do more with the commandos.
You're right.
Because in that quick little preview of Anakin, Rex, and... But did the commando there have a name? I feel like they mentioned he has a name.
Probably, but I haven't. See, I haven't watched that trailer as much as like other Star Wars trailers because I just have too many other things like to get caught up on. I'm like, so I'll be dissecting that.
But I'm excited for that. I'm also excited because a small detail of that is that commando has like super long hair, which means you like. The hair of each of these clones, it's a very small and weird detail to notice, but it really kind of defined their personalities and like matched each one. And so in the case of somebody like this, long scraggly hair, you'd think, okay, maybe he's got a bit of an attitude or like a personality to him. I'm excited to see what sort of character development they've added for some of these people.
Well, and I also wonder what they'll do with Wolf and Gregor, because you thought Gregor died from the original one when he blew up that base.
Yeah.
So you assume something happened with Gregor, but then, you watch Rebels, spoiler, he's still alive. And same with Wolf. What happened with Wolf?
Yeah.
Because, he was hardcore with Plo Koon. Plo Koon got shot down by his men, so they had to be part of the Wolf Pack.
Yeah.
So what happened with Wolf?
And would that have... Because they didn't talk about whether or not they had their chips removed, but they didn't talk about when they did that. So it might have been a...
And didn't Wolf report the rebels to the Empire in Rebels, if I remember correctly?
I think he did.
Yeah. So they were retired, and I don't know if Wolf realized that Rex was still in league with Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, that could be.
It was like Golden Girls or Three's Company, and no one knew what was going on. I'm showing my age, I guess, for that one. Three's Company, I guess. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the costumes. I'm looking. Zoe already wants to do Ahsoka, which that's wait. I got 2 more Sabines to finish before that.
You're gonna need some new. What are they? The head things. Other
Right.
than the one that you have downstairs.
Yeah,
in the
that was
basement,
not going to fit her.
not gonna cut it anymore.
But a 501st member down in Maryland makes Laku, so I'm hoping that she'll have something similar to do Ahsoka with.
Oh, okay.
So
There you go.
that's way down on the list. I got Sand Trooper. Sand Trooper's top of the list. So, but the one thing about the bash, back to the bash now before, a lot of guys were getting a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, it looked like there was a lot of progress being made. There was, what was his name? Cover? Matt Cover?
He was working on.
He had three different officer uniforms approved or something like that. I just saw on Facebook.
Yeah. Was it Matt? Yeah, I don't know, but there was that, and then but I'm just thinking of the costumes that I saw. I saw a Grimorian guard getting. That was Andrew. Grimorian guard.
My girlfriend got a kick out of the whatever fat boob suit that
Yeah.
he was just walking around.
Yeah, that's not a pretty sight.
That was
a half-dressed Grimorian guard is not
such an odd thing to have to explain to somebody.
Well,
who
then you see the
quite
diaper. It has to have that like half bowl diaper.
Yeah.
But I think he got that. I think he got the Grimorian guard approved or something. He was still working on Sunday when I went back Sunday.
Oh, okay.
He had his Greedo, but he had something wrong with his suit. But he was working on a Greedo. I think he had a. I don't know. I think Andrew had a couple approved. And then there was some officers. Then we had someone. We had a bunch of people working on TK. We had TK. Someone was working on Snow Trooper. Phasma. First Phasma armor I ever saw.
Yeah. I thought it was First Order for a while until I saw the helmet mold on the other bench.
Yeah, so he got the Phasma, he got it all cut out and was just cleaning parts. That's a scary build, but that's.
Oh yeah.
But Phasma was being worked on. Wally got approved for his
Death Trooper.
Death Trooper, yeah.
That was looking really good.
Didn't miss anybody. Or someone else worked. There was a bunch of TKs, and then we had the auction. I think they raised, I don't know officially, but I think it was well over $2,000.
Oh wow!
For the toy reserves.
That's really good.
And all that. So for those that don't know, we buy a lot of toys. We give them out to kids and
take them to hospital visits, stuff like that.
And I think what they're doing this year, I don't know officially. I just heard them talking at the bash. Was they're going to buy some more varied toys for like younger kids and stuff like that. So because I think we always run shy on the real. You can't give them a 2-year-old figure with a million little pieces.
Yeah.
So I think they were going to vary it and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's smart.
But yeah, and I think Matt Stoner, Jay Stoner, I think he won every other thing.
He swept. He just won so many of the things. Everything that he won, all the ones that he was the only ticket, and
right.
There were like 6 or 7 of those things.
Yeah. And so for those that don't know Matt Stoner's son, he's probably what, 4, 5 maybe 5, little guy, but
no comment.
But he does JTV. He reviews movies. If you ever want to watch
I've seen some JTV episodes. Yeah.
So shout out to JTV if you want to watch a good review. But Safi wanted that skull helmet. That's all she wanted. She was quite devastated when she didn't get that skull helmet.
Yeah, I put in for I wanted the flag, the DLT 19. Everybody wanted the DLT 19, and a bunch of the pops, because I have an addiction.
You've seen my basement.
Oh
right?
yeah, I've seen your basement.
Yeah, my basement.
Which there they are. I see because there's the Dooku and.
Is that the ones you wanted?
Dooku was one of the ones that I had. I was working towards. I think Olivia's friend had sent a message like, "Wow, that's ridiculous. What's going on there? If you can, put in for Dooku, Tarkin, or Maul. But if we would have won the Maul, I was going to take the Maul because I wanted the Maul."
Well, the newest ones that just came out are Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting on Mustafar.
Really? Ooh, I might have to get that.
So that was the newest one that came out.
Ooh.
I'll have to show you that. I'll have to get Zoe to bring. I'll bring it out and show you. That's a good one.
Oh, okay. So you do actually.
I have it.
Of course you have it.
Yeah.
Now I'm here talking about addiction.
As
right?
as we're speaking.
But yeah, I kept losing all the raffle items to the same person. It was the one woman who was there.
Yeah. I don't know who that was, but she won like the blaster and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
But that was a good raffle. I mean, that was a lot of stuff, and I think everyone except for Sappy didn't go home because she didn't have her skull, but I think most people went home happy. If Jay would have won the land speeder, I think.
Oh, they already have one.
No, I know they have one, but I mean, him and Matt would have been racing, and it would have been the next video.
No, Matt would have made him give that one away. I think I'd love to hear his wife's response to the amount of toys they brought home.
Like Christmas in July. But so members who didn't go to the bash, I would say next year, as soon as they announce the bash, which, and I thought that was a decent location. Now you and I are probably a little biased because it's closer than the previous years, but especially the Saturday when we had that open, the outside place, that was really nice. I mean, now if the weather was bad, it probably wouldn't have been as nice, but all the doors opened up. Like they called it a pavilion, but it was like maybe like a house with garage doors all the way around.
It was, like a full garage facility, which of course, when I showed up, I didn't realize it was over there. I had went into we somehow were able to get into the actual like Legion house or up there. We like walk in and we go past the bar because somebody had held the door where you need to have your ID to the post or whatever, the AMVETs, to get in there, but somebody held the door for us because we were right behind them. So we're walking by this bar and there's a bunch of like grizzled old veterans sitting at the bar staring at
they're not Star Wars guys.
And they're like, who are these people? What are they doing in here? I like looked around all the rooms and the bartender, like big guy, comes like charging towards us like, can I help you? And we're like, we're looking for the Star Wars people. we're lost.
Did you park around front?
No, I was out back. I just didn't look to the right. I didn't see the pavilion full of Star Wars people. I assumed in the building. So that was my embarrassing moment for the year, having to explain to a bunch of grizzled old veterans that
I'm here for the Star Wars people.
Here for the Star Wars people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then, so I think since our last thing, I've only done one event. So both of us have kind of been the summer off.
Yeah, I've been kind of putting off events. I have one coming up next week, maybe next week.
Are you doing
the
Night Out? Yeah, I'm doing a Night Out. That's another good one. That's always a good crowd. So,
but I gotta do some repairs before then. I was hoping to get some repairs done at Bash. I was thinking of bringing my armor, but then the whole car situation. Well, yeah, I brought my girlfriend instead. So it was either armor or no. I'm kidding.
She might listen. So here's our smuggler. Here's our smuggler's bounty, so you can see it. This is the newest one that just came.
For our listeners at home who can't see what happened. Oh, that's really cool looking. So I'm looking at the pop set of yellow-eyed Anakin versus Obi-Wan and Mustafar. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more lava underneath that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, is it that much to ask for a little bit of clear plastic and maybe a light bulb underneath?
Oh, yeah, but they're trying. They could have used... Have you ever seen the Boba Fett jetpack one? Where he's floating with that orange.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the... This isn't a Smuggler's Bounty commercial, but it kind of is.
Oh, my gosh. Commander Cody is my favorite.
And this is what came this month for the smuggler. You can just stand it up in there.
What's that hatch? Oh. I like the Mace Windu pin.
Yeah.
For all Samuel L. Jackson fans out there, it's a decent likeness of him.
Yeah. So that's the newest. I think that came this week. I think it came last Friday. So that's the Mustafar.
That would definitely be... Smuggler's Bounty would definitely be something I would invest in if I, had money.
Yeah.
If I had enough of a disposable income.
Well, now you don't have to subscribe though. It used to be you had to subscribe. You can
now
just
you can just buy a.
You can just order. Like it used to be a subscriber. Now they got rid of the subscription service, so every month you have to log in. And see which one you want. And then so like I have to log in to get the next one. I have to log in. And tell them I want those. So they got rid of that mandatory.
But do they still randomize the next one? Do you just say like...
It'll say like this one, it'll tell you what the theme was. So this theme must have been Jedi or something. Like it'll have a theme.
I was thinking, I think Revenge of the Sith because it has Cody executing Order 66.
Yeah.
I have that pop vinyl. That's one of my favorite pops. It's so cool looking. You get a good deal for that one because you not only get the pop of Commander Cody, but also in his hand is kind of like a mini pop of
the little pop,
the glowing Emperor.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. There was a good many pops there. Then the other thing was that we had Skippy's yard sale in the corner. Like those stuff that were on the table.
Oh yeah.
So actually, Sappy picked up some jackets from Skippy.
Oh okay.
So
I didn't realize that's what it was that was going on.
It was. I think
I think
Wally was selling stuff for Skippy or something. So Skippy is in the western reaches of our. I don't know. Or unless he could be a Star Killer base, but he used to be in our garrison.
Mm-hmm.
So, we both have the E-Town night out coming up, and then there's Steel City, the end of next week.
Oh, that's that soon, huh?
Yeah. So I'm going up. I don't know how many people we're gonna have, but we're going up to Steel City, hang out, and then the only other big thing. So any members listening, go on the boards, check all the stuff coming out. But the other big thing is pushing for Keystone.
Keystone Comic-Con.
Mid-September in Philly. So I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm going to help, but I don't think I'm going to make it. Zoe has a panel Sunday.
I would like to go, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it work.
Yeah. Well, Friday's out for me because it's back to school.
Yeah.
And Saturday, I might have robotics. So Saturday might be out for me, but Sunday Zoe has a panel, so I'll be there for that. Then we have Celebration. Then we got to start gearing up for Celebration. Got to start collecting swag.
Yep.
Because I went to the patch traders last year and traded a couple patches. But I would recommend all people listening try to gather up swag. Take a nice swag bag of stuff, and there's T-shirts even. That guys are trading shirts.
I'm kind of hoping between now and then I'd like to get cards made. I'd like to finally get trading cards made. But my roommate told me about there's a patch maker website. They're a really reasonably priced custom patch place, and I considered like, oh hey, maybe I can make myself some.
Hey, maybe we need some.
CaridaCast patches.
We need CaridaCast merchandise, because then we can
take it along. We can trade some patches. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Even if people don't care who we are, it's like custom patch. Other people don't have this because that's how it works. That's how trading patches works.
Yep, I know at the Legion level. There's I think you have to get them. I think you have to get patches approved or something because we're using Lucasfilms. Even if it's like. I'd have to look up I know
because you're still using the character likenesses.
The intellectual property. So I do know there's some. I don't know all the patch stuff, but I probably should. But there is stuff like that. But I definitely want cards. Maybe we should get CaridaCast cards. We could get the big ones like I do for Zoe's podcast. Put us in because I just ordered 1,000 or something for her and just redid them.
I was gonna say I thought you still had like 1,000.
No, we give them all out. We give all these out.
Oh, okay.
We're down. Actually, I think those sitting right there is all I have left of these.
Oh, okay.
So, we could do a CaridaCast same way.
We'll have to finally get a photo. If we're both gonna be at night out, we gotta get somebody to actually take a picture of us. We keep saying we're gonna.
Oh yeah. We should definitely get. And bring it. Throw a microphone in.
I'm bringing my microphone. Yeah.
We should. I think we should try. I know Preston in our Legion wants to do something with YouTube, so we should also try to bring some of that into, like get someone to do a YouTube. I don't know if it's a CaridaCast YouTube or do a Garrison Carida YouTube. I don't know. So anyway, so that's the events. And us just rambling, but night out.
Mostly rambling.
This will be up before Night Out's up.
It's going to be right across the street from my house, as it turns out.
Oh, nice.
I'll be able to walk there in armor.
I don't know if I'd try that. Is your girlfriend coming? Have her squire?
I don't know. I don't think so, because she works random hours during the day, so we'll see.
She's not going to be asleep. It's going to be noisy. There's going to be helicopters taking off, or fire trucks tooting their fire truck stuff.
I'll ask if she'd want to come along. I'm sure she'd be interested.
But with the Clone Wars coming, I would recommend everyone listening to go look at the clone armor. Like if you're just sitting there in your TK, or if you're the new trooper of the year in your pilot outfit, just wanting to know what to do next, go to the CRL and look at all the nice clones you could do.
And that's not just plain old troopers. We also have the separate designation for ARC troopers, which are designated AR instead of clone troopers, which are just CT.
Right.
But then you also have clone commanders, which are CC, and that's like our captains and a lot of the commanders.
I think they're commanders. They're all commanders, but I mean most of them. Like, you might only know him as Captain So-and-so. Like, everyone always thinks of Rex as Captain Rex, even though he's Commander Rex or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, but as Cody, like Fox, Commander Fox was in... Now, I know people hate it, but I liked it. The Clone Wars movie, the cartoon movie, he was in that. And he was in a couple other episodes.
I liked the movie.
The
music was corny, but I liked the movie.
Yeah. Well, I did too. I mean, or a triple whatever, ATS, whatever, climbing up.
Yeah, it was so cool.
That was like the best battle.
Jedi hopping up on the windshield and just deflecting blaster fire like that. That was so cool.
And that movie, I think I took the girls 3 or 4 times in the theater to see that. And all 3 times, Safi was... So this was 10 years ago, so Safi was 4, or almost 4. Or something. She was little. Mm-hmm. Every time Ventress at the temple threatened Rex, Safi had to go to the bathroom. So I had to take her to the bathroom. She got afraid. So Zoe had to sit there by herself and watch it. So it wasn't until like probably the 3rd or 4th time I saw it that I actually got to see that whole exchange. But her favorite, Safi's favorite, was Commander Fox, because he was the exclusive at Target. You could only buy him at Target. That was the...
Because that's why. Well, I mean, look at him. He's very red and white. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I wonder if that had... I wonder if, like, when they were saying to the Target execs, which one do you want to be your guy? And they're like, oh, we'll take the guy that looks like he shops at Target.
That's got to be it. That's the only plausible explanation.
And I think it was probably my second or 3rd troop was at the toy release of the Clone Wars. Mm-hmm. At Toys R Us, which no longer exists.
Rip.
Unless they come back after 10 years.
Rip.
Yeah. Toys R Us in King of Prussia. And I was in my TK, all Velcroed up. Not a single snap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And my, I think my hand plate fell off. I couldn't bend down to get it because in that...
Of course, yeah.
So a customer, I was like so embarrassed as my, you know... That's where I met Gary, who's in Delaware now. He does Luke. Mm-hmm. He was a TK then. And Marty. That's where I met Marty. Marty was Vader. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has a Revenge of the Sith Vader. With lips and everything. Nothing like his chewy lips, but
nobody wants to see an 8-foot Vader.
Yeah, 8-foot Vader.
That would be incredibly menacing and really hard to be around.
Right, but yeah, that Toys R Us was a good one, and that was they had a bunch of clone. They give us a poster, I think, for trooping. They give us a poster, and then they give us they had a lot of toys though. Like those Clone Wars action figures. They pumped out a lot of those action figures.
Oh yeah,
and so that was. I mean, it's funny because it was 10 years ago, and now we're getting new Clone Wars, so I can't wait. I hope they have like a clone release.
I can't believe that was that long ago. Because I saw that,
yep.
And I saw that theatrical release of that, which was an odd experience watching the movie. My brother and I went to that movie, but I had actually read the novelization of the movie before I saw
okay.
it. So it's like, but it was cool because in the book, you know, especially during like the interrogation scene that you were talking about, like all those clones that were lying on the ground, like supposedly dead, a lot of them weren't. They were just pretending they were playing dead, talking to each other over muted microphones.
Oh, okay.
So that they're like, you know, guys, are you okay? This is going bad. Like, what do we do? And then Rex is like, chill. And then at that point, that's when he starts getting interrogated by Ventress.
Okay.
So there was some of that like behind the scenes stuff going on that kind of enhanced the movie experience for me.
That's pretty cool. I wonder if that's still in print. That'd be a cool...
I could loan it. I still have it. I could probably loan it.
But I'm saying for people out there that are going to read... Because I would imagine anyone that remotely likes the Clone Wars is going back to rewatch.
Oh, yeah.
The Clone Wars
I think
era.
there actually is there's a series of books that were based on the, like, in that time period about a couple of different clone patrols or a couple of...
You mean comic books or book books?
No, books.
Okay.
They're not long, and they're, I think, not very wordy either, because they were geared more towards a younger audience. I think I've read because I read the movie novelization, but I didn't read any of the... I have them, but I haven't had a chance to read the other...
Yeah, I think we have a couple. We have a couple that we picked up when they were coming out, because they were really pushing that. Like that was, they were pushing a lot of those books out. And I have the TV guide that had C-3PO on the front, and then it had a DVD stuck to the front with previews of the upcoming Clone Wars, which I thought was really cool. You know, I remember me and Zoe sitting and watching them, you know, watching what was coming to the movie theater, because that was their first Star Wars in the movie theater.
Really, that was their... Okay.
Yeah, because Zoe would have been 5 or 6. So.
Yeah. I'll have to find that for you if you want to check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
I don't know how much reading time you have, but
I can always find time. In between cutting plastic or something. I guess that would be our any...
Do we want to take a specific look at any particular clone?
Well, yeah. Well,
or
let's
just
see.
The clone?
I think you started... We'll do this real for the art. If anyone's listening, you should know by now that if you're a Stormtrooper, it's TK and then your number. That's Stormtrooper. Yes. So the clones are really kind of weird, because if you go into CRLs, there's the abbreviations, and the ARC Trooper is... ARC is the ARC Trooper, but the abbreviation's AR. But you have to make sure you look at the ones that say the Clone Wars... TCW.
They do have different, in parentheses, abbreviations of which source they're from. So there's, what's the CW? Is that just Clone Wars?
Yeah, that's weird. One's the Clone Wars.
So Clone Wars would be the movie? No, that's the original, that 2D cartoon version of Clone Wars.
Right, I didn't realize they even had CRLs.
Interesting. Somebody did one of those. Look at that angled jaw there.
Yeah.
The armor almost looks the same, but...
Yeah.
Wow, that's freaky looking.
And look how big the... so if you look at...
The tall
Fordo, the micro series. So if you look there, I didn't even realize Clone Wars micro series, and the Clone Wars is the
actual, or the 3D animated, more popularized version.
And so there's the ARC Trooper,
the Disney version.
That's AR. The
clone, or no, I guess Kashyyyk Trooper there. CP.
Yeah, but is that the from the movie? That's probably from the movie. Yeah, that's from the movie. That's from Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith, yes.
But the CC Clone Commander. And it's all... I mean, there's all kinds of clone commanders. And there's also some from the Return of the... Revenge of the Sith, which I didn't... Oh, yeah, because Gree got his head chopped off.
Spoilers.
Right, sorry.
He's 15 years late, but
I guess what's kind of cool is you can look at Phase 2 Gree.
I've always kind of liked him with his metallic...
Yeah.
Because he's got the metallic silver instead of white and camo.
Well, and you can look at Gree... You can look at him. You can see the difference. I mean, because I've seen a few non-animated clones. Paul Comro, he has a really nice. I guess this is Revenge of the Sith. A really nice clone.
Mm-hmm. Is that one Does he have multiple? I thought he trooped in his. I thought because the one that I see him trooping in often looks like the animated.
No, his isn't the animated. His is Revenge of the Sith because he had that way before they even had the animated.
Then it's a really nice Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, so he has a really good one. But the animated, since we're really talking about the animated coming back, the animated, there's some really cool designs you can do.
And specific designs, too.
And specifics. And then there's the Clone Pilot, which I think people forget about.
That's true. So they got a couple
that's
Attack of the Clones, so the second one.
Right, but if you look at here we go, Matchstick. I think Marty had a Matchstick before.
Huh. How on earth could they have sat down in cockpits?
Oh, I know.
Our midsections cannot bend like an animated body.
Yeah, they almost need to make that midsection out of rubber.
Now, there's an idea. Has anybody considered doing that? Like, if you can make it look right.
You could form it in white silicone, probably. Mold it.
You just have to be careful not to tear it. Yeah.
But the clone pilots are really cool. The helmets are really cool. I mean, they have the hoses and stuff like...
Swoop.
They have the hoses and stuff. They don't have the joy of being able to sit down like a TIE pilot.
TIE pilot,
They have all the fun of being a pilot and all the agony of
the armor,
a plastic one. Here we go. Just plain old clone troopers. There's all kinds.
So they have a generic. They actually have a generic 501st, which is the in canon 501st, not our 501st,
right.
Which is, I guess, technically the same 501st, but not. But right. the fictional 501st battalion, they have just a standard design for them, as opposed to some of the specific troopers that get their own designs, so that we could pay attention to who they are on screen.
Yeah, and the CTs are all phase 2. It looks like. I don't see any.
Well, it's saying CT Revenge of the Sith clone trooper.
Yeah, but then they also... So I think what they did was they matched up the ones that kind of matched up. Like here's a Wolfpack Grunt. The Wolfpack Grunt. It's just it has the Phase 3 armor, but made animated style.
Oh, I see.
There was years so, and hopefully, maybe someone will hear this and correct me but I know there was something to do with when Rex came out. There were guys doing a live action interpretation of Rex. So you had people doing the Clone Wars animated, but then some people were taking the same. They were saying, okay, here's what the clone looks like in the real life. So this is what Rex would look like in real life. And I think there was they were getting
was back and forth between.
Yeah, and they were getting approved in that.
Oh,
but
okay.
That was a debate when it first came out. I wasn't that much. I was just wanted to be a stormtrooper. I heard clone stuff. I was like, I have no desire to be a clone. But then we have special op clone troopers, and there's CXs. That's the ARF trooper.
Yeah, so that's the guys that have the big pointy, almost scout trooper looking helmet, but with the pipes around the sides and the pointy head.
Yeah, and then I think someone has like the almost this guy has Sergeant Hound has the teeth. They almost reminiscent of Flying Tigers.
Yeah.
And it has that longer helmet that comes down a little more than the regular ARF trooper.
When do these clones have time to paint their armor? Do you think that's part of the...
Hurry up and wait, man. That's anyone in the military, they're just like, say, hurry up and wait. Because they had to fly, think about it, they had to fly in hyperspace. And
I guess, but just the military spending on paint to use on your armor.
Well, I always thought since they were all the same, they were always trying to make themselves look different.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's the whole naming thing,
Yeah. And then we do have one Republic Commando RC, which is Gregor. Gregor from...
Oh, man.
Gregor, there's a CRL for him, I still have to rewatch that episode because I still don't remember the digital camo.
I don't remember it being as striking of a camo either. I'm pretty sure my memory serves. It was dirty because it was on the planet that was like dust all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was just solid white or gray.
Well, I don't want to speak ill of our clone trooper detachment.
I don't either, because I would love to be a member of the clone trooper detachment if I had the time and or resources. Or money, I guess I should say, not resources.
But he has the clone trooper detachment. So Gregor is the only Republic commander, RC. And then, let me see, TC, just plain old clone trooper.
Oh, plain clone troopers. Trooper. I didn't realize I thought they were CT.
No.
Not TC.
No,
so
which one? was the... CT was
the Revenge of the Sith clone trooper.
Revenge of the Sith clone troopers, and again, somehow they made them into
the animated
too.
Ah.
So,
okay.
Like again, if you're confused as we are, probably join the clone trooper detachment, and they will probably clear it all up for you. There'll be an extra. I think Wally's like a big. Wally knows.
He'll sit you down.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to have time with Wally.
TC, the Trooper Clone Detachment.
Yeah, so the
Kloopertrone.
But see, like, there's the captain. Yeah, so that's... Oh, here we go. The Scuba Trooper.
Ooh. Wait, when was...
The Scuba Trooper was an action figure. It was it was in the 2D.
I'm seeing, yeah.
It was in the 2D, but this one looks even more like the newer version, but it was they made a toy of it.
Oh, interesting. I like that the one picture has flippers and the other one has regular.
Yeah, I wonder if the flippers are optional. Let's see.
Because imagine walking around an event like that.
Oh, here we go. Diving armor painted. Just it doesn't say.
Split propeller. Dive fins.
Yeah, but it doesn't say they're optional.
Oh. So you wear them under... Oh, no, I see. He has them pinned to his belt. Okay. Interesting.
That backpack alone would make me not want to do it.
Oh, my gosh. That looks like so much weight.
You would hit everything. That thing... That was probably shiny until they got done taking this picture. And
I bet.
The whole sides were probably just smashed up.
The helmet's cool looking, though. I really dig that. I like that the point of it comes to an actual point instead of just... coming down into a frown.
Well, you know, and it's funny is that one, the Scuba Trooper. I would like to know how many people have made that.
Probably just because one person.
Yeah, because that would need to be like one of 5. Because I know for a while, like the AT-AT drivers, there was like under 50 of them, for the longest time.
Oh, I'm sure.
So yeah, so the TC is the clone trooper, and.
Oh wait, maybe that's. No, that's Waxer before he has the... Because if I were going to do a clone, it would definitely be Waxer with the phase... I guess it's phase 2 helmet, where it's closer to the way it is in... The design is in Revenge of the Sith. But he has the little Twi'lek girl painted on the helmet. And when I saw that the first time, that was so touching when I saw that. And also, I kind of like the design of that armor, too, so... And that was Obi-Wan's battalion. His.
Oh right, with well that was
the yellow.
That was
the yellow design.
Is that from? No, the one is that the episode. What's the episode with Yoda and Ventress? The first episode that aired. Who were those guys? There was like 3 guys.
Those were. I thought they were gray armor.
Maybe. Because that's my favorite episode to this day.
That was an amazing episode.
Just because it kind of encapsulated everything.
Yeah, it was a great summary of what the entire series was going to be.
Yeah. So, but now the clone detachment. For those, if you go on the 501st page and look up detachments, that's where you want to go. Even people that have been in for a while that don't know anything about clones, go to those guys first, or send Wally an email. They'll love that. But who else? Well, yeah, I think Wally would be the animated clone expert because he does Rex still. Mm-hmm. Though I think his Shore Trooper has stepped over his Rex.
Well, yeah, because the Shore Trooper is comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would see if what Wally knows, but the Clone Trooper detachment has all kinds of stuff, and get ready for you have a little over a year to get your clone armor done.
Yep.
It's a lot of, from what I remember, guys saying you need flex something, some kind of filler, but it flexes.
Like Flex Seal? No.
That's what it is. Maybe, I don't know. It's some kind of auto body stuff or something they use because the TKs are allowed to have seams, but the
clones aren't, because they're animated, seams. And because animating a line down the side of a person's body would be just way too much work.
And the problem, the seams are in the front of that armor because it's all clamshell. Like the boots come, and a lot of the guys, the boots, you gotta, they're skinny, so you gotta slide them on the shins.
Yeah.
But the guys do it. I mean, the guys that do clones do a good job with the clones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We just haven't seen. There has to be tons of clone armor sitting around because we had a pile of clones. Because I think my first big troop. Oh, it was the girls' first troop was Jawas. Jason was Cody. Marty was.
I'd love to do a Cody too, but there's so much involved in a Cody. There's so many extra parts that are just like little differences between Cody armor and regular armor.
Yeah.
It's just.
But I liked this season 1 with the antenna on his shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a headlamp?
The visor. He has the separate visor. I think that comes across his garage. Just the visor, or
because I got it from someone. I was going to, use it, and then when I was looking at the captains, I was going to put a visor on.
Oh, okay.
So you get your helmet, you can have that visor.
Oh, cool. And then I'll just make it a Cody helmet instead of random spray painting or something.
Yeah.
It's fine by me. Starting to get a bit of a display going. I have they're not quality helmets, but I have a Ruby's Boba Fett and a Ruby's, like the original, my first Stormtrooper helmet that was a one piece plastic cast or something like that almost looks. It doesn't look canon at all.
Does it have the lenses for eyes?
It's got the bubble lenses.
Or does it have the hole? They made after that.
Not the Don Post holes eyes.
Why did Don Post?
The original
with the lenses
Don Post or whatever.
I had the original Don Post with the lenses.
Oh, okay.
And I think I wound up selling that for more than what a good helmet from a helmet maker, because it's collectible. Like our stuff isn't necessarily collectible.
Yeah.
Our stuff is, it's not licensed stuff, where that was licensed. So it still had the Lucas 1997 or whenever I bought it, sticker in it. So someone wanted it.
Yeah. So listeners out there, by the way, so I may or may not be on the market for such a clone armor because, I am a fan. I would love to do a clone. I've always wanted to, but they're a bit much. But if you got a set of clone armor that would fit a 220-pound, 5'11" male, and if you're willing to let it go for a reasonable price, keeping in mind that I am poor, hit me up. Let me know if you're looking to get rid of some clone armor.
Or payment plans in Star Wars credits.
Yeah. I can do, odd jobs for you to pay it off. I'll mow your lawn, do your laundry. I don't know.
Yeah, it would almost be neat to have a armor swap meet. Like just everyone clean out like what they don't use anymore. What can we?
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Or maybe the next bash, encourage people. Hey, why don't you donate?
Yeah, bring your parts. Like if you're not using, like you got a couple of extra arm pieces or something, bring them along for people who have a broken arm on their armor.
Yeah.
I'd love to get in touch with people who have some, spare shoulder straps just laying around because mine have finally sliced all the way through.
I had shoulder straps for Moncal, and I give them to someone. That's who you might want to maybe send a message to, like one of the armor builders, like not necessarily Novos, and just say.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to get anything from a Novos. Without buying the whole kit again.
Well, no, they do sell parts. They do. There's a way to get parts, but I don't know how long it takes.
Well, they do. They sell the parts. You can buy an arm.
Oh, but you can't buy.
You can't buy just like the left half of the left bicep or something. You have to buy an entire segment of the costume.
Oh, probably what they pull on a sheet of plastic. So you just have to figure out what they pull with the arm.
They have them based around, but what it is the parts that I need like a new like ammo thing for my ammo belt for my leg. I need a new shoulder straps. I need new I guess a new cod piece. I don't know. I have a plan of how I'm going to take care of that. I just need the time. But the problem is they sell it like one arm at a time, the helmet or the whole midsection including the belt.
Oh,
so
okay.
like you can't buy just the belt. You can't buy just the you can't buy just the shoulder straps. To get the shoulder straps, you need the entire midsection.
I think it's time to move on to a clone.
Yeah, I think it's time to clone or a short trooper. One of those two. Maybe
Short trooper, yeah.
Maybe both if I magically acquire a windfall of cash.
Yeah.
And a nice vacation. You know, the three important things in life.
Okay.
New armor, and vacation.
Yeah. Or take a vacation to go pick up your armor.
Yeah, to go pick up the armor. Yeah, that's it.
So, I guess we don't have any movies coming out.
Nah, I guess not.
For a year.
Nope.
And then
not until next December. They just started filming.
Right. Today? Was it today or yesterday? One of those, today or yesterday.
Recently, yeah.
And then, but we have Celebration. So Celebration, what's nice is we'll probably get some sort of preview. Though I'm not standing in line for panels. I'm going to try to hit some of those. I hit some of the smaller panels last time and they were fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I'll
have to. I'd love to be a part of like one really big one, like whatever they get the whole like cast together for. That would be just a fun thing I think to experience.
It just depends on how they wristband and I don't know if I want to spend an entire day waiting in line.
Yeah, I think what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna bring my TK armor for at least the white armor group photo.
Right.
But I don't think I'm going to wear it that often. I might not even be costumed for a lot of the time because I'd like to be able to experience the...
Yeah, I'm not... I just can't take armor because we have to fly. So I'm not taking armor. But, like, Zoe will take hers because we pack hers. But, Zoe has a panel, so I'll go to that panel, of course. And then, I think we're going to try a Sabine picture shoot with her panel. We're going to try to do it. Once I have the date of her panel, we're going to do a Sabine.
Group shot. Gotcha.
And then, last time we Safi and I did like one of the game show panels. Like I want to do some of the podcast panels, which I missed before, just because because they have a podcast stage. Once those come out, I think I submitted us for the podcast stage.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll get it or not because we're like small. we're like episode 7 and we can't even count.
7 question mark.
yeah. So I think they'll let the people that can count do the podcast. But some of the panels and some of the live podcasts you can sit in. Sit in on the thing. So, but who knows? We had that whole podcast blow up a couple weeks ago. So. With all the podcasters, so who knows what's left.
Yeah, right.
So, but I would encourage everyone to go out and troop.
Mm-hmm.
If you have anything for us, questions, email us. Facebook questions.
Hate mail.
If you want to be part of the podcast, whether you send us an audio file or you want to contribute, at least at this setup that we use here, people can call in on a regular phone. That's what this number's for.
Yeah.
We pay for the Skype number so they can actually call in.
Gotcha.
If we ever get it together enough that we can do a live broadcast / recording at the same time. Like, we could do it on Twitch.
Yeah, I guess.
Facebook Live.
I was going to say Facebook Live would probably be more accessible.
Yeah. Then we'd have to... I always fall behind in reading people's comments. I would just be not talking. I would be,
reading. Yeah.
So, Steel City, I'll be at Steel City.
If you guys got anything to, that our listeners have things you want us to talk about, let us know as well. Because, we love having topics to talk about instead of just, winging it like we've gotten really quite accustomed to doing.
We'll get the hang of it. We were doing good at the beginning, and then we just had... It just seems like scheduling, we just got to get back into more scheduled. Tyler said he would be on, but I don't know if being new Trooper of the Year, he might not have time for...
Yeah, he's too famous for us regular folk.
Regular folk.
Congratulations, by the way, to everybody at Bash who received awards.
Right.
There was the People's Choice Award, there was the Trooper of the Year, the Best New Trooper, and a fourth? Wasn't there?
Yeah. I just remember Andrew was there, got one. Tyler got one. Someone else got one that wasn't there. And I even trooped with him, and now my mind is going blank, but he does a wonderful Boba Fett and a Sand Trooper. Yeah, there was like 4 awards or something, so it was nice. It was a good bash.
Yeah.
And it was nice. We raised money, and so get out there and troop if you can, or at least help the troopers that do troop. Reading Phillies, we trooped. I squired. That's probably the second time I've ever squired in my life. It's a lot of work, but it poured down rain. But it was fun.
Oh, I didn't realize you squired for that one, because I remember seeing some of your pictures.
I took all the pictures. Yeah, I was a squire. Well, because the first day I showed up and it got canceled, and then the second day I brought my tote in case we were short, but we already had. I think we had 1 or 2 TKs, and we didn't have any squires. So I was like, "Why? Better squire, get some pictures." And squiring is a lot of work. Yeah, it's all wet Wookiee.
A wet Wookiee.
Yeah, Marty got rained on. Got chased by Luke from the Rebel base, from Rebel Legion.
Oh, okay.
Ghost base. Some guy did the old Luke, like the island Luke. He had a really good Luke. It looked good. Nice. Pouring down rain. It just kind of as he got wetter, his costume even looked better.
Really?
You know what I mean? Because it was the real thing. Like he had the right rain jacket and all that. It was a good Luke. So,
good.
But yeah, just go out there and troop one more. I just think everyone, if they just try to troop one more time than they did the previous year, so if you're a once a year person, try it twice a year.
1.5 troop and a squire.
Troop and a squire. Squire is more work. It is. I
right.
really have a lot of. My wife did it for 7-8 years, and I'm surprised she kept doing it because that's a lot of work. Because you kind of have to keep your eyes on everybody, and you don't want to get in the pictures. Like you don't want to interfere with people, and then you have to, like, sometimes offer to take a picture, but you got to, some people that want you to, and some people don't. And then you also got to take pictures, and people not think you're some weirdo taking pictures. You're like, no, I'm with the Star Wars group.
You got to not stare at people because you don't have a mask, so you can't be like standing around judging the weirdos running up to the Star Wars characters. And
or call them over here. You want a picture? Oh no, I'm
no. I'm just some guy right now.
Yeah. Like. So. But yeah, that was fun. So.
Good.
I don't think we got anything else.
Yeah, because we're poor preparers.
But we did bad. The Clone Wars, we'll talk. We'll probably, the rate it's going, it'll probably be either right before or right after the new cartoon comes out.
Yeah. And we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. And I'm going to rewatch some Clone Wars, so I'll be more familiar with the Clone Wars. I have a book somewhere with all the characters when I was looking at doing a Clone War. We have a pile of Clone Wars books because Zoe was big into that when she was little.
I just saved a link to, I forget where, some website has a list in order of all the episodes, like chronologically.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. I've always just been watching it the way it's on Netflix, but I want to go back and rewatch all of it in like earliest to latest, so that when people die and suddenly in the next episode are alive again, or like the next season the characters are alive again.
Yeah.
It makes more sense.
Yeah. It's almost like I wish they would have just, even if they left them out of order, if they almost would have put like a date, like 3 years into the war. What, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have minded, because I didn't realize they skipped around either. I didn't watch a lot of them in depth enough to really. I'm more of like a big picture guy, so I probably didn't realize, hey, that guy was killed. They all look the same. Is that clone racism towards clones or something, that they all look the same? But
well, a lot of it was the senators actually that were walking around. So there's a meeting and suddenly somebody's assassinated, but then the next season they're dealing with them and they're like alive and walking around in the Senate chamber again. So
yeah, I probably should watch it that way too. Netflix make you so lazy though.
Yeah.
Because it just occasionally, like 10 episodes in, just checks to see if you're still alive.
Especially since they've shortened the time between episodes. It's like 4 seconds. You don't get a chance to decide, like, you gotta be ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've fallen asleep, and then you go to watch your next one. It's like you missed a whole season because you let it play at night. So
I guess we'll call it.
All right.
Are we close? Are we gonna call it?
I think we're good.
Okay.
May the force be with everyone. Build a costume.
Yeah.
Welcome to all the cadets, and we have a Phasma coming, which is very exciting.
Yeah. Get psyched for that. So yeah.
All right.
Catch you guys later.
Catch you later.